Testing 1, 2, 3. Hey everybody, welcome to the Tim Black at Night Show. This show is brought to you by none other than justinform.com, a social media site that doesn't steal your data. Become a member today. Go to justinform.com. Let's get ready, guys. Yeah. Welcome to the Tim Black at Night Show. Glad you guys could make it. What's going on in your world? What's going on in the news? I got news stories for you. Tonight we'll be covering Michael Avenatti, the lawyer for Stormy Daniels. Well, he had a concession speech to make. Kind of preemptive concession speech. We also have Neil DeGrasse Tyson. He makes responses, or he responds to sexual allegations of the misconduct nature. Said he was doing bad things. So we're going to talk about that. We also have the Mueller investigation issues a statement about Michael Flynn, a recommendation for the judge. We got to talk about that. It's also the 49th anniversary, a somber note, 49th anniversary of the death, the murder of Fred Hampton, activist from Chicago. We're going to wrap the show with that. And also something funny about Rudy Giuliani that you don't want to miss. All that and more tonight on the Tim Black at Night Show. Good stuff, guys. I love that. Hey, I love that. You guys like that explosion. All right, guys. So I would like to start off tonight with Michael Avenatti. You know, some people are criticizing, they say, Tim Black, what are you doing talking about Michael Avenatti? Why so much focus on this guy? I'm like, you know, people just, you know, you don't like someone I cover. I get it, all right? But come on, man, I got 3,000 videos. I've done about 3 videos on Michael Avenatti. 3! It's not even a 0.3%. So anyway, Michael Avenatti, how could I not talk about this guy? He was everywhere. Okay, so anyone who doesn't know, the lawyer for Stormy Daniels, getting into public displays of jiu-jitsu and ninjutsu or kung fu or karate with Donald Trump, calling Donald Trump out, and then he was making the waves and appearing on all of the cable news networks where he was making digs at Donald Trump, and he was really forcing the conversation. So beyond just being looked at as a sleazy type of lawyer guy, he was also being seen as, well, and you know, some people saw him as an advocate for women. So, you know, I personally didn't like the way I found out about him. I saw him more just trying to use this. I thought he was trying to use Stormy Daniels' moment. All right? That's how I saw him. There are people who thought, oh, he's a champion for the women. He's fighting for Stormy Daniels. And, okay, so there we go. Okay? So we disagreed on those points. Thing is, I could not overlook the number of people that were saying that Avenatti looked like he could be a contender for 2020. This was something that was being spoken about on a lot of cable news networks, a lot of podcasts. Everyone was talking about Michael Avenatti, right? Then there was also the facts that he was going to a lot of fundraiser meetings in places like the Hamptons, in places like New York, in the highfalutin areas where people talk about where Democrat people are meeting and drinking expensive champagne and talking about the course of history, talking about candidates running. He would be there fundraising. Michael Avenatti was a fundraising magnet. You understand what I'm saying? The left was loving him. The neoliberal left was loving this guy. They couldn't get enough of him. And then it happened. Allegations of sexual assault. And then it all went bye-bye, it seems. And of course, I was like, whoa, what's going on here? What happened to Michael Avenatti? Yeah, because, I'm paying attention. I'm like, well, this seems a little convenient. This guy's making a metaphoric rise. Not before he pissed a few people off, because he was like saying, hey, I'm not saying you guys should run me as your Democratic nominee, but it really would help if you had a white guy run against Trump, because, Trump's white. I mean, Trump's really white, and I'm really white. And Trump's a guy, he's a guy, and I'm really a guy. So, I mean, you got some good black guys and Latinos and women and stuff, but if you really want to beat Trump, it's going to take a guy. I'm not saying it's got to be me. I'm just saying, somebody like me with a high profile who's a guy who's white. Did I tell you guys I was white? This is white. So people were pissed off about that. In fact, Michael Avenatti was trying to do damage control on that because he went on Roland Martin's show, and there's no reason at all for anyone to go on Roland's show. Joking, Roland, joking, man. So anyway, so now Michael Avenatti, today's news is Michael Avenatti. He releases a statement, and I think it's a little presumptuous, yeah? His statement was, hey guys, I'm not going to be running for president. It pains me to say I won't be running. Michael Avenatti, what you don't get, brother, I want to clear this up for you because I'm sure it's a rookie mistake. What you don't understand, sir, is lots of us would be pained if you did run. That's where the pain would come in. Yeah, not everybody's dazzled by your smoky gray eyes or blue eyes, whatever that is. Not everybody. And though we're both bald-headed, doesn't mean I want you to run, man. So anyway, so his letter of resignation or no more contemplation or concession or whatever it was, he says this. He says in part, he says, listen, after consulting with my family and at their request, I have decided not to seek the presidency of the U.S. in 2020. Avenatti is a pompous, arrogant prick. Who the hell said that this guy should run? Oh, I know. Bill Maher said it. And Steve Bannon said it. I did a video on it. They were the first ones I know that publicly were like, yeah, Avenatti, you guys are great. Yeah, we should all kiss his ass and, kiss his feet. Buy him Grecian Rogaine formula for a scalp. Listen, like, Avenatti, it's a little bit like, you're full of yourself, and this has gone way too far, brother. It's really whack for you to be like, yo, I'm sorry, I won't be running. No one asked you to run. You weren't being nominated to run. You have no one's voted for you for anything. You understand? You're a lawyer. You're an ambulance chasing lawyer who makes money off of people's misery. That's what you do, Michael Avenatti. And for you to make it seem, project this image like you were, oh, I'm sorry to let the country down. You didn't, no, hell no. You didn't let the country down, okay? You actually did us a favor. Chris Cillizza of CNN, who's got a YouTube show now because everybody realizes that YouTube's where it's at. Suddenly, everybody wants to have a YouTube show. Suddenly, even people who used to be on networks or who are on networks. He did a piece on Michael Avenatti, and he said that Avenatti did the Democrats a favor. One way he did a favor was he exposed that, yes, you're going to have to play some hardball with Donald Trump, and that the American public or Democrats are very much cool with you hitting Trump hard. And, the Democrats have this persona of not really hitting hard, like trying to take the high road, doing what Michelle Obama has famously stated, when they go low, we go high. That's been like a drain on the Democratic Party. Sometimes you gotta do a, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, knock them out type of thing. You can't be concerned with being nice. So that's one point I get at to Chris. He's right. If it took them to see Avenatti's popularity soar by being a hard hitter, Maybe they needed to see that. But I'm just saying, guys, all I'm saying is I think he did two favors. One was he exposed the Democrats need to learn how to fight. And two, also he stepped aside. And I think that's a good thing, not a bad thing. All right. Now, send your hate mail to my mama said Tim Black is cool at timblacktv.com. Okay, so we got a couple other stories we need to get to, but this is where I remind you that you don't get this type of conversation just anywhere. You get it here on the Tim Black TV show. All right, Tim Black Show. This is where you get it. Follow me on Facebook at Real Tim Black. Follow me on Twitter at Real Tim Black. I got to be my own trend section, my own marketing group, my own everything, own editor, own set decorator, own, wardrobe analyst, as you can tell. Everything. Lighting. So I got to promote the show because we got to somehow be able to hire people to do some of this stuff. Got to be able to do it, man. Got to be able to do it. The Mueller investigation is getting really interesting. There was an announcement made today by Mueller special counsel that Michael Flynn, who was a national security advisor for Donald Trump's campaign, had to resign in disgrace or being charged by Robert Mueller investigation or something like that. I forget what it was. Well, anyway, Robert Mueller announced today that he's recommending to the judge that Michael Flynn not be given any type of jail time. Now, Flynn, the charge was that he lied to Congress. He lied to the FBI. He lied during the investigation when they asked him, did he have any contact with any Russians? And Michael Flynn said, I don't. Russians, I like Russian dressing, I like Russian vodka, I like Russian women, but I don't know any Russians. And then they had him dead to rights because he knew that ambassador dude, Kislyak. So, Flynn went into hiding, so to speak. Didn't hear much from Flynn. Turns out Michael Flynn was meeting with Mueller on a pretty regular basis, to the point where Mueller says that Flynn's giving him lots of great information. He's become a friend of the investigation. Has been very helpful in their quest to throw repeated amounts of doo-doo at the wall to see if it sticks, so they can somehow justify all the money that they've spent finding out that Donald Trump has shady business deals. As if they need to spend money to find that out. I could have told you that for a bucket of cheese fries or potato tots and fifth of Hennessy. Special counsel Robert Mueller has asked the federal court for no prison time for President Trump's former national security advisor, Michael Flynn, citing his substantial assistance in the investigation of possible collusion between the Trump campaign and Moscow. All right, so that's where we stand right now. Now, what exactly did Michael Flynn give Robert Mueller that makes him on the good team? Under the wing, so to speak, like the chicken wing? What was it? What did he do? What did he say? Well, you're just going to have to wait to find out there, buddy. Being all nosy, wanting to know where all your tax dollars went. Huh? You need to calm down. I know it's been 2 years. We think things move fast. Democracy and justice has a very slow, winding arc that sometimes gets where it's going. Kinda. So anyway, the sentencing memo filed by Mueller's team of prosecutors on Tuesday came roughly a year after Flynn agreed to plead guilty and cooperate, which represented a bombshell development in the special counsel's Russia investigation that brought him closer to the Trump White House. Look, guys, we're going to keep saying it on this show so people know it, because there might be new people tuning in. My name's Tim Black, and I am a journalist, an investigative journalist. I'm an independent. I am a sometimes comedian, oftentimes public speaker. And I have quite a following across social media. I also believe that if you have anything on Donald Trump, bring it on, homie. Bring it on. You know? And I don't mean dirt. I mean, dirt. You know, dirt. Dirt. We want some real stuff on Trump if you got it. If not, can we move on? Please. Got other stuff to do. Let's make fun of Rudy Giuliani. Can we make fun of Rudy Giuliani? Yeah, Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani criticized after claiming Trump tweeted Twitter allowed someone to invade his tweet. Now this is funny, guys, because this is a lawyer. This is the lawyer, personal lawyer for Donald Trump. Okay, so Rudy Giuliani, or Penguins after picture, he was pissed off because he sent out a tweet and somehow someone hacked his tweet. And in his tweet shoved in a link to a bad website that said mean things about Donald Trump. Man, gosh, man. So I want you guys to take a look at the tweet and you're like, what the hell is Giuliani talking about? Well, I'm going to show you what he's talking about. Here goes the tweet. It's right here on the screen. As you can see, the highlighted in blue portion over here. You see it right here. See that G20? Yeah, that's what caused the link. So if you clicked on that link on Giuliani's tweet, which you can see here got 16,000 retweets, it would take you to a website which said Donald Trump is a traitor. Treasonous Donald Trump is a traitor to the U.S. That's what the link that if you clicked over here would take you to, okay? So that's what the whole beef was. But here's the thing, guys. This is it. This is why Giuliani's an idiot, okay? He's an idiot because this tweet that he sent, he's the one who made it a clickable thing. He's the one who typed this. He typed this wrong. See, he didn't put a space between G20 and the word N. Now, .in is a domain, right? It's not a primary domain, like .com or .net or .co or, whatever, or .tv, but it is a domain. You can go buy this domain. So whoever saw this, someone saw this tweet. As we can see, 44,000 people liked it. 16,000 people retweeted it. Well, someone saw the tweet, and they saw that he had accidentally created a hyperlink to g-20.in, and they went and bought the domain name. And then they put up a page. See? So basically, guys, all I'm trying to say is that Rudy Giuliani is an old man. He doesn't know how the internet works. He thought somebody went and hacked Twitter. Because they don't hack you. He said Twitter got hacked. No, you just mistyped. You had a bad typo. You had a typo, mofo. That's all. But, it happens, Just you being loud and wrong on Twitter, they're coming to get us. But it does point out one thing before we move on, it does point out one thing that the conservatives are really good at. They're really good at playing victim. Giuliani wants to play victim. He played victim. Even in the face of all things being against him, everything stacked against him. He made the wrong post. He made the typo. There's no conspiracy, but he was selling it to the people. And I bet you there are some people who follow him, who love Trump, who would still, regardless to what facts we laid out in this video or what's there that you can obviously see, they would believe him anyway. And that's what's really scary about how divided we really are. Yeah. Okay. Neil DeGrasse Tyson, the astrophysicist, linguistic scientist, covering all things scientific, the science maverick, the guy who has brought science into the world for everyone to see, has been doing such an affable, likable, agreeable way. A lot of people are like, yo, I like that guy, the way he talks about the science and molecules and physical science and, solar systems and dinosaurs and stuff. I just like the guy. Well, recently, in the last couple of days, he's been the subject of a lot of conversations surrounding sexual assault. There were at least 3 allegations, one of those dating back to the 80s, the other in 2009, and the other in 2018, where different levels of some type of allegation of sexual assault were leveled against Neil deGrasse Tyson. Now, as I looked into these allegations, because I didn't want to jump out there on them, wanted to take my time and sort of analyze them. Because trying to be respectful and make sure that we're being considerate to both sides of an issue, you want to do that, right? Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot there in this. Don't get me wrong, if I saw a whole lot there, I'd just say, hey, I saw a whole lot there. I don't know Mr. Tyson. I'm really more of a Mike Tyson fan, frankly. I met Mike Tyson once, back in the 80s, 90s, back in the 90s. He was at a club I was at. He was chilling. He had an entourage. He had no bodyguards. He didn't need them. Anyway, back to this one, just Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah, I looked at the allegations and I'm like, I don't even know what they're accusing him of. Now, yes, the one from the 1980s was a very serious accusation. Accusation was that he drugged her. Did I say Bill Cosby style? That's what they said, right? She said he put something in some drink or he did something, right? He drugged her and incapacitated her, and then he had sex with her. That's what she said. That's what was said, okay? Then it turns out she said she don't really remember what happened. She don't know if she was drugged, and she don't remember if she slept with him. She don't remember anything from that night. I'm like, well, how do you know that he did anything? But it's a very serious allegation. We're talking about someone saying that they feel that they were raped. Okay, so that's the first allegation. That's a tough one right there. And this is not new. In fact, this has been published since, I think, 2014, this allegation that was made by this woman, okay? And don't get me wrong, that's a tough one. That's the one where I'm going, okay, I don't know, but it's very serious, and we want to take it serious because rape is serious. But the other 2 allegations, do you realize there's someone saying that, what is it, 2009, she asked him to take a picture, like a selfie. He took a selfie with her, with a lot of people there, and she had like a dress on that didn't have sleeves or something, and she had on her arm like the solar system or something, and he like touched her arm, like where the Jupiter and Uranus, Jupiter, Uranus, and he was like doing like this. Now, Tyson said he was looking for Pluto on her arm. He was looking for Uranus on her arm. But she said she was creeped out that he touched her arm and he moved her, looked underneath her dress. Yeah, underneath the sleeve of her dress, on her shoulder. Not where you thought it was. See, the way that they were talking about this, when they said that Neil deGrasse Tyson, the woman was alleging that he had looked under her dress, I'm thinking he was looking under her dress. What would you think? If I just said, this pervert guy looked under her dress, you'd be thinking he was like underneath the escalators doing one of these, right? Nah. No. If you read the article, they said he did this, looked under the arm of the dress. That's sexual misconduct. The next story was more recent. It was 2018. Was someone who was a personal assistant to him. And she said he invited her for wine and cheese. Wine and cheese. I told you I like Mike Tyson better because Mike Tyson will invite you for some chicken wings and maybe some wine, but not no wine and cheese. Anyway, and that's it. That's all. She said that she felt he was trying to seduce her because he invited her for wine and cheese. Now, I'm not here to say he was trying to seduce her or not. What I'm trying to say, guys, is that's not sexual assault. Being invited somewhere and you accepting and going, and then I'm waiting to hear what happens. So he grabbed your ass, right? Or he pulled something out, right? Stuck it. Hey, look at this. He did something. No, he just invited her out, and it made her uncomfortable because she felt like that he liked her or something. Here's the thing, guys. When we make everything Me Too, we make nothing Me Too. Yeah. When you make everything sexual assault, nothing becomes sexual assault. You know what I mean? If someone invites you out with them and you accept, if you think they like you, maybe you should clear it up and be like, look, I'm trying to roll, but ain't really feeling you like that, dog. You know, ain't really interested. She's engaged. If you're engaged and you felt that this was a guy trying to hit on you, why'd you even go? Mr. Tyson's married and you're about to be married. If you think he's trying to hit on you, why'd you go? And did you stay the whole time? Did things get creepy and you just stay? Or did you say, look, I'm out of here? Now, Tyson says she never told him that she felt bad, that she felt bad or that she felt creeped out. In fact, neither woman gave him the opportunity at the time to correct himself or to clear up the matter or to apologize, which I think is whack as hell. You know? I'm used to women, maybe it's just me, but I'm used to women telling me, Tim, you dumbass, or whatever. Right then and there, we got to clear things up. You know, Tim, Tim, your breath smells badly, or whatever. And I'm like, oh man, I shouldn't have ate the onion burger. I'm sorry that I breathed on you in that way. But you should not wait a year or 9 years and then go blog about the shit and make it seem like, well, you give me no opportunity to pop in the TikTok or nothing. Crack a window, or just leave, like me. Give me the opportunity to leave. So anyway, that's what I got on Neil deGrasse Tyson. He released a statement, and his statement is long, it's winding. It's basically Neil deGrasse Tyson type statement. You know, he put a Dr. Tyson in his statement. But there is one part of it I'll say. He says, let me go to the end. It's pretty long. It's 15 paragraphs. Here we go. I'm the accused. So why believe anything I say? Why believe me at all? That brings us back to the value of an independent investigation, which Fox and National Geographic, the networks on which Cosmos and Star Talk air, announced that they will conduct. I welcome this. Accusations can damage a reputation and a marriage. Mr. Tyson's married. Sometimes irreversibly. I see myself as a loving husband and a public servant, a scientist and an educator who serves at the will of the people. Or public. I am grateful for the support I've received from those who continue to respect and value me and my work. Respectfully submitted, Neil deGrasse Tyson, New York City. Now, I don't want you to say, I don't want anybody thinking, oh, well, Tim just believes Mr. Tyson. What I'm saying is nothing to not believe. Just nothing here. I feel similar to this, the way I felt about Louis C.K. You know? What? What is this? Now, the first allegation of the woman back from 1998, whatever that was, who says that she thinks she was drugged, she thinks something happened or whatever, that's a serious issue. That needs to be looked into. I don't know how you do it, but get to the bottom of that. But the other two allegations that made news over the weekend, one that he touched someone's shoulder, which is basically what you're getting at. In the picture she asked him to take, that looks crazy. That sounds crazy. And the other is he invited a woman out for cheese and wine. So I think those allegations are crazy, and I think it does a disservice to people who've actually been assaulted and who, for the Me Too movement, has been a real thing for them. And I think we're going too far if we go down the road of just throwing anything into the bucket of rape and sexual assault. But then again, I'm a guy, so like he just stated, who cares what I think, right? All right. Sorry. I'm just a guy, and I can't help it. It's who I am. I was born this way. Born being a guy with no hair. I had no hair when I was a little kid. It was harsh, man. I had to get a wig, for the high top fade. I had a high top fade wig. You know what I'm saying? It was rough, man. Rough. Okay, guys. Now look, what I got for you now is a video about the activist, leader, and I would say revolutionary Fred Hampton. Now, you know the story of Fred Hampton, Chicago activist, Black Panther Party, young, up-and-coming, charismatic voice for the people. It was about bringing together all disenfranchised people, regardless of color, regardless of religion, regardless of faith, orientation, any of that, together to fight against a system which he felt kept us all down. Well, today marks the 49th anniversary of his murder. Fred Hampton, make no doubt about it, was murdered by the Chicago Police Department. No one's even disputing that. Put together today a clip about Fred Hampton because I believe that we should recognize his contribution to the movement, to revolution, to change, his sacrifice, his ultimate sacrifice in the disgusting police state, biased, unholy, inhumane, murderous jackals who took his life at such a young age. All right, guys, I'm going to run that, and then I'm going to tell you I will see you again on Thursday with my guest. We'll be here to talk about prison justice, prison reform in this country. He has a lot of experience from an organization called Cut 50, which means cut 50% of mass incarceration. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Mr. Lewis Reed will be my guest. Thank you, Teslin. Teslin Figueroa hooked that up. All right, guys, that's it. I'll see you soon, and here goes that clip of Mr. Fred Hampton. All right. I just got to find it. That's it. Just gotta find the clip. I've got several clips, as you can see. Oh, here we go. On December 4th, 1969, Chicago Black Panthers Fred Hampton and Mark Clark were assassinated by Chicago police.
We always say the Black Panther Party that they can do anything they want to us. We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips that I am a revolutionary. And you're going to have to keep on saying that. You're going to have to say that I am a proletarian. With white mother country radicals, a lot of people don't even understand that word that they'll refuse a lot. But what we're saying is that there are white people in the mother country that are for the same types of things that we are for stimulating revolution in the mother country. And we said that we'll work with anybody and form coalition with anybody that has revolution on their mind. We're not a racist organization because we understand that racism is an excuse used for capitalism. And we know that racism is a byproduct of capitalism.
On December 4th, at 4:45 in the morning, 14 policemen, 9 white and 5 black, raided the apartment. Deborah Johnson, 8 months pregnant, was asleep in the back bedroom next to Fred Hampton.
The first thing I remember after Fred and I had went to sleep was being awakened by somebody shaking Fred while we were laying in bed, saying, "Chairman, Chairman, wake up, the pigs are vamping, the pigs are vamping." This person that was in the room with me kept shouting out, "We have a pregnant sister in here, stop shooting." Eventually the shooting stopped and they said we could come out. I remember crossing over Fred and telling myself over and over, be real careful, don't stumble, they'll try to shoot you. Just be real calm, watch how you walk, keep your hands up, don't reach for anything, don't even try to close your robe. I was in the kitchen, I heard a voice, an unfamiliar voice, say, "He's barely alive or he'll barely make it." Then the shooting started back again. Then I heard the same unfamiliar voice say, "He's good and dead now." And I knew in my mind I assumed they were talking about Fred. And I knew when I left out of there, I couldn't look towards the room.
Party leaders Mark Clark and Fred Hampton were killed in the raid. 4 of the 7 surviving occupants of the apartment were wounded.
It's all right, because we said even before this happened, and we're going to say it after this, and after I'm locked up, and after everybody's locked up, that you can jail a revolutionary, but you can't jail a revolution. Right.
Despite evidence, police fired 99% of the bullets and falsified the report on the incident. The first grand jury did not indict anyone in the raid. The subsequent grand jury did indict all the police officers involved, but the charges were dismissed. Survivors of the attack and relatives of Hampton filed a lawsuit which was finally settled in 1983. A famous Fred Hampton quote goes like this: "I'm not gonna die on no airplane. I'm not gonna die slipping on no ice. I'm going to die for the people because I'm going to live for the people. I'm going to live for the people because I love the people." Fred Hampton was only 21 years old.